Hey Frag, Freddy Frags back with a new review. Today's review is on Maison's Francis Kurkdjian's Amyris Homme. Uh, this is the bottle presentation. I don't have the box. I lost it, but all his bottle presentations are pretty much the same, except for the oud line. They're blue, and some of the oud line even has a metal plate on it. But for the most part, presentation is the same. I like it. Very nice. 70 ml bottles, super heavy metal caps. The sprayers are good as well. Amyris Homme was released in 2012, and the top notes are mandarin orange with rosemary. The mid notes are Amyris, coconut, coffee, iris, and milk. And the bottom notes are tonka bean and oud. Now, Amyris to me is a very good to great underappreciated scent in the community. Not only in the community, but from this house and from this perfumer. He's one of the best. He's one of my favorites of all time. Some people that have smelt this in the community has gone on to say that it's generic or it's a familiar scent, something you'll get from the designer realm. And do I agree? Well, is it generic in my opinion? No. Is it a familiar type scent? I think so. I think it hits the realm of all the, not all, but of some of the masculine scents, that citrus, woody, maybe even a little musky type, those type scents. It will fit in that realm of fragrances, but this is done far much better, and in my opinion, the quality in the notes and the ingredients is just second to none if you're comparing it to those. I'm not saying that this is the best fragrance with the best notes, but in comparison to the ones that people are comparing it to, I think this is better by leaps and bounds as far as quality. Now, with all that being said, to me, it's a very mature scent. Not very mature. Let me rephrase that. It's a mature scent to the sense that you have to have a mature vibe about you. I don't really see any kids wearing this. Any young kids, young guys. I do think it's a unisex fragrance that leans more towards the masculine side. I can see a female wearing this, but like I said, at least on my skin, my wife hasn't tried this, or I haven't tried it on any females to see how it comes off on their skin. But on my skin, this has a masculine edge to it. This, like I said, it's a better version of whatever you think it reminds you of. At the opening, if I'm going to describe it, at the opening, it opens up with a juicy orange with a slight green herbal vibe to it, which is from the rosemary. Then about 10-15 minutes in, you get the iris starts to show its face. You do get the Amyris from beginning to end. That note is not going to be denied. It's not going to be hiding. It's there from beginning to end. That, for the people that don't recognize any of the other notes, that may be part of the reason why you may think it's linear, but it's not. It does transform a few times, but like I said, that note remains constant throughout. In about 10-15 minutes, you get the iris, and shortly after that, you start to get a creamy coffee chocolate vibe. But that's sitting on top of like a tropical vibe. And on top of the tropical vibe, you're also gonna get woods. But at the same time, the scent is clean. And I know this sounds like it's everywhere, like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. This has clean, it smells clean, it smells fresh, it smells juicy. You get the tonka bean, so it makes it even sweet. You get a little bit of everything, and the oud in here is blended perfectly. I'm not an oud fan, but I do smell it in here, but it's not stinky, it's not dirty. It actually has a nice, gives it a little bit of a body. and I enjoy this scent very much. Like I said, I think it's blended. The way it's blended, it works, and it's almost done to perfection, in my opinion, if not done to perfection. So now, going back to what people were saying, that is it generic? I truly feel that this scent appeals to the reason that people say it's generic. I think it's because it appeals to the masses, and it gives you that. You get that citrus, you get the iris, you get the woods. So I think for us frag heads that want something that's so off base, or a different, in comparison to designers, they smell this and they automatically put it in the designer section, saying, I can get this in the designer. Well, just because it has those cliche notes and vibe you get from it. And now in my honest opinion, the way this transforms, the way this performs, and the way it just, the quality is just uncomparable to those that you think it smells like. And to me it develops, like I said, every 15 minutes or so you get something different, till once you get all the notes, then it remains linear throughout. But it, like, throughout the first maybe hour, every 15 minutes or so, you're gonna get a couple notes, kicking in or taking front stage, or one that you're gonna notice. You just have to pay attention. And I think if us frag heads give it a chance, instead of just at first sniff, you're like, oh, this is generic, it smells like blah blah blah, then yeah, it's not a scent that's off center. So yeah, you're gonna dismiss it as a generic designer type of scent. But like I said, give it a chance. Look for the notes, smell them out. You'll find it, and I'm sure you'll be satisfied with this scent. And at the end of the day, we wear fragrances, yes, for our own purposes, but we want to smell good. And I think this hits the nail on the head when it comes to a fragrance that's well done, that the opposite sex will enjoy it, or whoever we're trying to impress. You're gonna get compliments for the same reasons you think it's generic. This is what is appealing to others, and but it's better. So there's not a scent that smells exactly like it, at least to my nose. And like, again, you're gonna get great performance. I get 10 hours on my skin. Not everybody does, but I do. And I get 24 hours plus on my clothes every time I wear it. I usually spray myself and my clothes. The sillage and projection is, to me, it's beyond average. I thought when I wore this for the first few times, I thought it was a small bubble where I can smell it pretty strong, but I didn't think people around me can. And every time I worn it around a frag head, they're like, "What are you wearing? It's pretty strong. I can smell you over here." And it's always 5-6 hours after I've applied it. So performance is good. The only thing that I can see someone complaining about is the price tag, and I think it's up to about $185 for a 70 ml bottle. That's maybe off the top of my head, $2.50 or something within that realm per mil, or somewhere anywhere between $2 to $3 from per mil. Yeah, it's not cheap, but to me it's worth it. But again, that's all in your pockets and what you consider being worth it. I know a lot of people that won't spend anything like what we're spending towards fragrances. I used to be one of those guys. This you can dress up, dress down, daytime, nighttime, all year round. I wouldn't wear it 90 plus weather, maybe 85, 90 plus weather, because it may be a little cloying to others around you. Maybe one spray in the chest or the back of the neck and call it a day. But I wouldn't even try to wear it when it's super hot and I'm like out and about. I might be in a hot environment. I wouldn't wear this. And for the guys that are trying to impress their female, or your wife or your girlfriend, that you want her, on an intimate setting, this will work. It's not To me, it's not like a Noir de Noir where it's strictly like a Valentine's Day scent. I don't get that from this, but I can see this being a cuddle scent as well. Not because it's weak or you have to be close to smell it. I think it's just because of the creaminess and the tropical vibe. I just think this is a very appealing scent, and it can be used for anything, even snuggling. She'll like it. She'll tell you, "Baby, you smell good." You know, nothing wrong with that. I enjoy being told that I smell good. But again, that's my take on MFK's Amyris Homme. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please take a second to rate, comment, subscribe, share the video if you can. All that is highly appreciated. Till next time, Fracom, peace and stay blessed. Later.